Welcome to the outside room. As you can see, it's just me alone today. And that's because I wanted to get some things off my chest. I wanted to basically talk about what the outside room is about. I wanted you all to get to know me, get to know Uncle Sheldon. Um, I wanted you all to basically just get just as to why it is we started the outside room. So I would start on by saying that the outside room is a place where whoever is our guest at the time, whoever comes on the outside room in the future, is a place where they could be comfortable. It's a place where they could be themselves, right? A lot of the times when you think of cameras, mics, lights, the person in front of the camera is not really their true self. It's just our images. That's the person they want you to see. My goal from the outside room is to get the raw, uncut version of whoever is sitting in with us, right? And the only way that could happen is if you could be comfortable. We want you to be completely comfortable when it is you come on the outside room. If that means you want to take a drink, so be it. If that means you want to take a little smoke, against that, right? That's part of your personality, you know? Um, with that being said, I just want to talk a little bit about myself. My government name is Ethan John De Silva, right? For those of you who don't know me, but I go by Uncle Sheldon. I get real notifications right now. But yeah, I go by Uncle Sheldon, right? Uncle Sheldon started with Jerisa cousin, a baby cousin. He saw me and thought that, hey, this man does look like a Sheldon. And he just decided he want to call me Uncle Sheldon, right? And it kind of just stuck with me. So that's my stage name, my DJ name, my mic man name. At this point, I just tell everybody you could call me Sheldon. When I pick up the phone, oh Sheldon, where's he seen? You know? I'm 22 years old and I am a creative. I am a musician, a DJ, an entertainer. I started to play music when I was 10 years old, I believe. Right? Yeah, probably around the age of 10. I started with guitar at the Music Mansion Academy. Big up to Rico. He taught me how to play guitar at a very young age. I still continue to play guitar, but my main instrument is bass. I play a number of instruments now. I work on Sweet 100.1 FM as a presenter slash DJ. I enjoy what I do, and what I do is entertain. What I do is create content, right? This is just another avenue for which I could express myself because I felt as if my talent wasn't being taken seriously, and a lot of the people or a lot of the creatives who have chipped in on this podcast, you're going to get to know them as well. This is going to be a platform for them to share their talent, right? But I felt as if I needed to create a lane for myself where I could come on and show people who is Ethan John, who is Uncle Sheldon, what is he about, right? Um, the outside room started with. Now, I always wanted to start a YouTube channel, right? And let me just say, I did not come up with the name for the outside room, right? That is our graphic designer, Teresa. She was like, what about the outside room? And I was like, it's something kind of lame. But we ran with it and it eventually stuck. And then the reaction I was getting from it, like in-person reaction, is that plenty of people was like, dog, I had to come on the podcast. That was real good. It's real kicks. I really enjoy watching it. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been watching the podcast and thank you for sticking with us throughout this journey. Right? So that's how the outside room started. I wanted to start a YouTube channel and I was saying the hardest part is starting. And when I tell you that is very true because years I've been telling myself that, I want to start. I had the equipment at my disposal. I know how to edit videos. I know how to work a camera. I know how to do it all. Is literally just to start the channel. And we decided one Sunday that, look, let me actually start this thing now. And that's how the outside room started. It started, the first episode was with Joshua Garcia, myself, and Barry Allen. And I talking about it like, like it was so far away. But we're on episode number 4 now, so that's a whole month of shooting episodes because if you don't know by now, every episode comes out on Sunday, you know? Outside room, Sunday evening, you could look out for a new episode every Sunday, right? But that's how it started. It just started with some brethren having conversation, and that's what it's about. We're going to talk about these things that people are scared to speak about. And, if you do have a voice to say it, we'll say it for you. Because I know you saw the last podcast, and the last podcast was kind of controversial, but at the same time, it wasn't negative. It how to put it? It was, yeah, I like that. It's not the perspective that people expect on a camera, right? Is these are things that you say outside or off the camera, right? Off camera, you would say anything to your brethren. And plenty of people just get scared when they turn on that camera and they just be like, nah, boy, you can't say that, you can't say this. Obviously, we're not going to be disrespectful. We're not going to be rude because we're not disrespectful, we're not rude, we're not extreme people. But what we would do is say what we have to say. And we would say the truth. We're not sugarcoating anything. So, yeah, that might be hard for some people to understand, right? Especially the older generation, right? But I'm not gonna apologize for it because at the end of it all, this is a safe space for people to be themselves, for people to say what they have to say, for people to just talk, because it's literally just conversation, right? And I don't know if you realize because sometimes we just forget the cameras even there. It's just like a regular talk you're having with your friends, with your family, with whoever around you, right? But that's how the outside room basically started. I want to talk about the future a little bit. The future of the podcast is heading in a good direction because we try to switch up things a little bit. We try to do things differently. As you can see, we change the background, we change the sets every podcast. And that's because we don't want to just let you see one set because that's what it is. When that is what it is. It's just a set. Right? Yeah. The set is not set. So we try to change it up a little bit. My goal for the outside room in the future is to basically like we go on the beach, like we go a river lime, like we go in somebody's backyard and shoot it. Afternoon. Yeah, like you go in somebody's backyard and shoot it. Like you go by a pool. Like you just have fun, have vibes, because it's fun, right? It's fun with brethren, fun with upcoming creatives, upcoming CEOs, upcoming businessmen. All are welcomed on the outside room. We're not going to knock you because of your background and where you come from, right? It is a safe space for everybody. And yeah, you're going to hear plenty noise. Yeah, and that's another thing. It kind of adds to the whole effect of the outside room. We are outside. Is not a green screen, right? So you're gonna hear trucks passing, you're gonna hear birds chirping, right? But what I would say is we want you to hear our message, we want you to hear the conversation. So obviously we'll accommodate with proper equipment and whatnot. So you would hear everybody clearly. But of course, if you hear a little bird chirp or a little dog bark, all that is part of the aesthetic, right? Because we are outside, it's not a green screen. We ain't just switching the background in our studio. This is all natural, right? Natural with nature. We outside, we linemen. I think when you're outside, it adds to the comfort level, right? So far, everybody who has been on the podcast, they really like the vibes. They really like the fact that we sit down on our couch in the middle of the bush, just liming, taking a drink, taking a little smoke, smoking hookah. That's what we just do. That's what we known for. Let me tell you something. When you go by your grandmother, your uncle, is the gallery all it is be liming with in playing fours, talking shit, having a good time, right? What I would also say is it's a free flow podcast. So people gonna be cussing, right? Men gonna be drinking, men gonna be smoking. I don't see anything wrong with that. That's just part of you. That's your personality. I'm not gonna tell you, nah, you can't come on the podcast and smoke. You know, you can't come and cuss. You know? Obviously we'd use our discretion, but at the end of it all, that's why people just express themselves. I'm not gonna take away a part of a human being that they've known their whole life. And that is the point of the outside room. To be natural. Faces you're gonna continue to see. New faces. Just wanna give you all a sneak peek as to what is gonna happen in episode number 6, because this is 4. Episode number 5 was filmed last weekend, and 6 coming up. I'm not gonna be on episode number 6. Right? As I say, we're doing things different. Yes, I am the host. Uncle Sheldon is the main man on the camera, leading the conversation. Right? Leading the conversation and kickstarting things. But I want you to see my team. I want you to see some very talented people. I want you to meet some extremely creative individuals. Right? Persons you're accustomed seeing. Jabari James, a.k.a. Barry Allen, fastest man alive. When I tell you this man quick, with everything, with the jokes, with the girl, you know, like Barry Allen, like the OG, right? Joshua Garcia, CEO of Rabs, right? Rabs is coming up May 27th. You could catch Uncle Sheldon there, live and alive, right? The hookup is going to be there, right? So if you want to come and say hello, feel free to do so. Right? Take a little pull, smoke some hookah. You know, the hookup is a OG sponsor from day one. Who else was on the podcast? Cupid was on the last podcast. You all met Cupid. Cupid has shown a lot of interest in the podcast so far. And, you know, I think he's going to be a regular face you're going to continue to see throughout the episodes. Well, I can't say who else was on the podcast because you all didn't see that episode as yet. But what I would say, we're going to continue to have a lot of exciting and different humans, because we don't do things normal around here. You know, everybody at us line with kind of different. They have their own little weird little quirks and things they just do, but that makes them them. You know, that makes them who they are. I want to say thank you to our sponsors. A lot of this would not be possible without one, my team. I just always big up my team anywhere I just go, right? With all the sponsors, with all the people who loan us some of the equipment, right? Let me start with my team. I have a very awesome team behind me. You all know Jerissa James. Yeah, technically in front of me, right? Jerissa James, our house graphic designer / editor / sponsor, right? She's a sponsor too, right? You know, she's in charge of creating some of the edits. I know we just try to do our jersey every podcast. She's the person creating the jerseys. So if you all want to get some of these jerseys, I mean, technically we have merch if you think about it. If you want to get some of the outside room merch, check out J2 Studios for your jerseys and for your outside room merchandise. We have some events in the works as well. We're looking to do a lot of different things. We're looking to do everything under the entertainment umbrella. Because as I said before, I'm just an all-around creative, trying to make it out there, trying to show people, hey, this is me. All right, so we have some events coming up. We're doing a small event for 420. So if you want to invite, DM me on Instagram and I'll link you with the invite to the 420 event. What else? Well, I want to say thank you to Auntie Lisa. Big up Auntie Lisa. You see that couch we just be sitting down on? My Lisa couch. That is a sacred couch, right? Some of the greatest conversations have been had on that couch, right? So I must say thank you to her. I want to say thank you to Pastora for sponsoring and Media Mill, Tion Lord. Thank you for sponsoring some of the equipment because without the equipment, we can't film no podcast, right? Who else? I want to say thank you to Nicholas Gooding. Big up Gooding, boy. The mics, the audio, anything to do with audio you're hearing right now, this is how you hear us. This is how you get the message, right? I want to say thank you to Nicholas. Much love, brother. Right? And Rabs. Right? As I said before, Rabs is coming up May 27th. Uncle Sheldon going to be there. The hookup is going to be there. Come on. So you could come out, say hi, have a little conversation, you know. Who knows? We might just take in a man pay on the next episode. Right? And what I will say is thank you for watching the first couple of episodes. Thank you for continuing to watch. Right? And just do you. I gonna continue to do me. Because at the end of it all, this is something that I started to create my own lane. This is something that I started to show people who is Uncle Sheldon. Right? I am just an all-around creative, trying to show people who I am and the country and the world. Right? Because we have people watching from all over the world. I think Canada, America, where else? Big up the New York team one time. I'm gonna be traveling next year, so I'll make my list. Arkansas. The list just goes on. We have supporters from all over the world, basically. I wanna thank you guys for tuning in, right? We're gonna give you all a taste of our culture. You're gonna get to know what it's like to live in Trinidad. And when we get real big, we're gonna bring down some of our foreign supporters and let them come on the podcast, right? You're going to come and party with us and enjoy yourself and just be outside, right? But thank you for watching and continue to watch. This is the outside room and this will continue to be the outside room.